Hi, welcome back. My name is Rachel and I am an artist, and today we are going to be doing the other mosaic heart. Yay! I know you guys have been waiting in anticipation to see what am I doing with this other heart. So the first heart is a realistic heart, and this one I had the idea to make a moldy heart, a bruised moldy heart. And I kind of wanted it to be kind of gross looking, but in the end, I actually think it's quite beautiful. Um, in the words of Hosier, if you got through if you got through life with your heart unbruised, you didn't do it right. Um, Many things can break your heart, and I think part of the beauty of life is how you pick up the pieces and put them back together. And sometimes when you rearrange the pieces, it makes something even more beautiful. So, yeah, this is me trying to figure out how to make a moldy, bruised heart. It is definitely not realistic in a certain sense, but the reason why I ended up scrapping the two of them together is because I realized I know, like, when people die, trigger warning, I guess, when people die and they're laying there for a while, the blood tends to pool in a certain area. So for me, I ended up making right now it's the left side, the bruised area. So this is more of like a heart that has stopped because it's been broken and bruised. But I originally I wanted it to be like, if they were the two of them were together, you'd have like the life and the death. But I actually don't think this one is about death anymore. I feel like it's more what we do after we've been hurt. And you can have the bruise and the mold, and you keep on ticking, girl. You just keep going. Uh, anyway, I'm still sick, if you can't tell, and there will be you can't see my face again. I'm so sorry. I know you missed that part of the video, obviously. That's the only reason why you watch. No, I'm just kidding. It's really just for the art. And it is, I really enjoyed this one, because I was really nervous about this one. I didn't think, like, I know I can do realism, but when you're trying to pull off realism and also do something a little bit unrealistic, it's a little challenging. It's like, how do I make this look like a heart that's bruised and moldy? But I didn't really have a reference photo for that, so I looked up bruises and how they look and mold. My cousin was mosaicing with me at the time, and she did a great job, by the way. She was doing like a little picture frame. Anyway, she was looking at my reference photo. She's like, "Why are you looking at mold?" I'm like, "Girl, just trust the process. Just trust it." And I think it came out pretty cute, cutesy pootsy. I will say, for this one, you can definitely see a difference in how close I was able to get the pieces together, and I feel like that helped overall. With the vibe at the end. I will say I ended up grouting both of them in white. I think for the red heart, I probably would have done a red grout. I don't know. I heard that you can paint grout like with like watered down acrylics or watercolor. So I don't know. Maybe I will do that. But if anybody has any suggestions of how these should be framed or mounted, or if they should just be their own piece of just like a heart on the wall, let me know. What do you think? Sometimes the world can let us down, but in the end, it's all about the love. So even though this episode is coming out after Valentine's Day, you know, everything is love. The only thing that can beat hate is love. So, in the words of Benito, love will win the day. That wasn't really his words, but you get what I'm putting down there. Anyway, I loved. Yeah, see the colors. Honestly, the bruise and the mold. Like, a bruise gets such a variety of colors. Like, you have the deep purples, then you have that blood, like the color of blood, red. But then it also like turns purpley and pinks and yellows and greens. And so it was like pretty fun to kind of like add those colors and get it going there. So you can see this is how I want it to be. I want it to be laying this way because the blood color is on the bottom, so it looks like it's laying down. But you know, in the words of the 90s song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't never gonna keep me down. Anyway, look how beautiful. Yes, I froze my little tuchus recording this in the snow. Maybe that's why I'm sick. But look how cute. Anyway, these are for sale on my website, so check it out, and thank you. See you next time. Bye.